I just find this hilarious, frankly. Hilarious in a dark, morbid kind of way. So there's a controversy today after it was revealed that the head coach of the Buffalo Bills, who's named Sean McDermott, a few years ago, apparently, he gave an inspiring speech to his team where he used the 9/11 hijackers as examples of teamwork. Okay? He called on the team to work together as a team, just like the 9/11 hijackers. This is from AP. An emotional Buffalo Bills coach, Sean McDermott, acknowledged regret on Thursday for crediting the 9/11 hijackers for their coordination during a team meeting 4 years ago. McDermott had cited the hijackers while stressing the importance of communication. McDermott had cited the hijackers. Upon realizing how this message was being interpreted, McDermott said he called a second meeting an hour later to apologize to his players. So there's a lot more details about this, but that's the basic idea. He called all the team together. He had this whole big speech about the 9/11 hijackers and why they're examples of teamwork. And then he regretted it almost instantly. And apparently he looked around and said, "Wow, this is not landing. This is not working out. I don't know why this is not resonating." And then he called the team back like an hour later and apologized to them. And now a couple years later, he's apologizing again. Here he is yesterday at a press conference addressing some of this.
I want to reference the team meeting that has been brought up. My intent in the meeting that day was to discuss the importance of communication and being on the same page with the team. I regretted mentioning 9/11 in my message that day, and I immediately apologized to the team. Not only was 9/11 a horrific event in our country's history, but a day that I lost a good family friend. And so with that, I'll turn it over to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, so I'm trying to get inside his head. So you want to give a message, inspiring message about teamwork and like communication and dedication, and you surrounding 9/11. That's not so bizarre. But rather than going with the first responders and like firefighters, you went with the hijackers as the example. This is like if you run a restaurant and you want to inspire your line cooks, so you tell them to be as innovative and creative in the kitchen as Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, it's like the worst possible example you could possibly choose. And you always have to wonder, again, this is why I always find these kind of stories fascinating, when somebody steps so willingly into it. And there are plenty, in this cancel culture age, people get in trouble for saying all kinds of things that are pretty innocuous. And I don't think this guy should be in trouble for that. I don't think he should get fired for it. But this is, it is actually objectionable. And so in that case, you have to wonder, like, what is going through your head? Because McDermott thought of this analogy. He had a whole speech, I guess, that he either planned in his head or he wrote. I don't know. Had it all planned out. And it didn't occur to you that maybe there might be, at best, mixed feelings on the team about this kind of, story. I mean, and you didn't think maybe there could be more appropriate examples of teamwork than 9/11 hijackers? What do green eggs and your Christmas dinner have in common? Well, they both need a ham to be complete. Not just any ham, mind you. Make it a spiral-cut heritage pork masterpiece from Good Ranchers. It's the kind of ham that'll steal the show at your family gathering. And guess what? You get it for free with any Good Ranchers subscription. That's a whopping $99 value that you get for free in your first order. Simply subscribe to any box, and you'll get your free holiday ham included in any order. The subscription is amazing. You get $25 off every order, free gift in every third box, and free shipping on express delivery. The best part is knowing exactly where your meat comes from, and that's local American farms. Head on over to goodranchers.com. Subscribe today with code Walsh to claim your free limited stock holiday ham before they sell out. But act fast. This offer won't last forever. Order before December 11th for guaranteed delivery by Christmas. Head to goodranchers.com. Use code Walsh when you subscribe to get your free 10-pound holiday ham. Don't settle for the same old holiday fare. Elevate your feast with Good Ranchers this year. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. Hey, team, gather around. Take a knee. You know, through the history of the game, there have been some teams that have exemplified teamwork and dedication and communication. 2007 Patriots, the 1972 Miami Dolphins, the 9/11 hijackers. And look, I also want to say it's really nothing to be offended by. Honestly, like the guy shouldn't be fired. As I said, this is the kind of thing. Obviously, 9/11, of course, is not funny. It's a terrible tragedy. This kind of thing is like, yes, it's funny because it's so absurd. And when someone just says something incredibly stupid, we should be able to, as a society, say, yeah, that was really dumb, and just kind of laugh it off, especially if they acknowledge, people should be allowed to do that, even if it's something pretty, it's kind of mistake that probably most people wouldn't make, but still. It should be possible for us as a society to say, wow, you said that? That was dumb. Why the hell did you say that, you dummy? And then the person can respond, you know what, you're right. That was stupid. I shouldn't have said it. And then we just move on. That's it. That's all you have to do. Especially with football players and football coaches, because the other thing you have to remember is that, these people are pretty stupid. They are. And I say that as a football fan, and I don't mean any disrespect to them. They're very smart at what they do. A football coach is smart at strategizing football games. As far as that goes, they're brilliant. I mean, an NFL head coach, his way of drawing up plays and all that, I mean, none of us could do that, but they've spent their whole lives thinking only about that. I mean, the only thing that they've thought about their entire lives really is just football. And so outside of that, they don't know anything. Which is fine, they're specialists. This is what they specialize in. But they know nothing outside of that, which is also why it's very silly when we listen to any of these people, when they preach about politics or social issues. When they're thinking only about a sport and then they glance over for 5 seconds at some other issue and give their thought on it, it's not going to be a well thought out idea. We know that. If you'd like to see what else I have to say, you can access my full show by going to dailywire.com or by going to the Matt Walsh Show Twitter page. Hope to see you there. Godspeed.